Welcome to another stock analysis video performed by MajesticTrader.com, where active traders see greater profits. So let's begin. Hi everybody, this is Ronald with MajesticTrader.com. We are doing our weekly video analysis of the S&P 500, looking at the daily chart. And we have had one hell of a rally here from the low of 1074 2 weeks ago, all the way that we almost finished at the high at 1238 today on the 21st of October. And we have been telling you for several weeks now that if we break the 1227 to 1230 level with any real volume or conviction, that we're going to hit 1250 to 1268 pretty quickly. And all this has basically been rumors on good news regarding Greece, good earnings, and decent to mixed guidance over the last 2 weeks. So right now we are showing that our next target up is going to be around 1250 to 1268, although this could be a head fake. And we'll know if it's a head fake next week, because if the rumors are proved to be false regarding the backstop to Greece, then we could fall very hard, number one, to this 1187 level. And if a lot of those money resolutions are not resolved the way people expect, because a lot of people are looking for a 50% haircut on the bonds, we'll hit this 1168 level very quickly. And if we break through that 1168 level, we're going to retest this 1100 level even quicker, probably on a steeper curve down than we actually came up. So our levels here is 1250 to 1268. To the downside, we're looking at 1187 to 1168 on the S&P. Let's go through some of the market leaders and kind of identify the charts here that are really bothersome. So if we take a look at IBM that hit an all-time high last week, we actually did it on very light volume on the up days, and on some of the big days we had some tremendous down volume. So if we look at Chevron is actually very similar. It's trying to reach the supply resistance zone here around 107, but it's doing it on very light volume, although it had a very good volume day today, hit its daily volume average. But on its way up, we're looking to say, well, are there going to be any buyers here if there hasn't been many buyers along the way, even though it's been pushing upward? McDonald's had terrific earnings, hit an all-time high. Same thing, had a great day today, but this was based upon earnings. But on its way up, again, notice it had a lot of difficult time trying to get through the supply resistance area on light volume, so there really wasn't a lot of buyers. Caterpillar, we're seeing something very similar. Okay, it's trying to get up to the supply resistance area here, but it's doing it on light volume. How many buyers are there going to be here before this rolls over? Apple, very similar. We spiked up. We did it on moderate to low volume, but look at the down day volume. Very, very big. Google, very similar. Google had terrific earnings. It spiked up, but it's been doing it at less than average. So is there going to be any buyers here for it to hit a 52-week high? ExxonMobil, very similar. Look at the volume. Okay, today it had very good volume. How many buyers are going to be up here if there hasn't been that many buyers here along the way up? Walmart has been driving very, very well. But look, it actually closed off its highs of the day here, also on lower volume on its way up. Pretty good volume over the last couple of days. So now let's look at Procter & Gamble. Procter & Gamble actually has had very low volume all the way up to this point here today, where it touched the supply resistance area, and it's got actually a double zone, which is going to provide a tremendous amount of supply and resistance right here. So we've had low volume here. How many buyers are going to be up here before this rolls over? Looking at GE, which is a terrific barometer of the economy, it actually met expectations but was frowned upon in Wall Street. And being the barometer, you can see a very light volume on its way up, consolidated in this congestion area here, and actually today had almost twice the volume average, but to the downside. Looking at AT&T, same thing, very low volume. Hasn't even had average volume since the beginning of October and is just consolidated. We're going to look at next week on that, so we'll see what happens. Microsoft is the ultimate range-bound stock over the last 10 years. And even though it actually had a nice little run up on very low volume, has been holding price very well. But again, as it approaches this supply resistance area here, how many buyers are going to be in there to actually push this through? Let's look at Coca-Cola. Coke, very similar. Had very good earnings, but on its way up was actually below average, and it's very far from a 52-week high, even though it had a terrific day today. Again, it's still under the 50-day moving average, but how many buyers are going to be up here to really push this thing through to get up to help the S&P get through that 1,300 level, which a lot of people are looking for by year end? So a lot of these major market leaders are bothering me as far as the volume and the price action combined. So we'll have to keep an eye on that over the next week for the balance of the earnings. Thank you for attending another MajesticTrader.com's stock chart analysis. Visit our website to request one of our newsletters. Go to our website at www.majestictrader.com. In the upper right-hand corner, put in your email address and your name, and we'll send you out a copy. Once you become a member, you'll have access to complete trade performance, all stock analysis videos, archived newsletters, and midweek alerts that are trading ideas. We'll send those out to you via email. Again, thank you for attending.